So, it's been a while. I don't really have a script for this. I'm not really that type of person to make a script for a real video. That's not to shit on anybody else who does, you know. But I think I'm gonna just go from the heart on this one, you know. Haven't been using the JTube handle like I should, as that's how you guys really do know me, unless you actually know me, the very few. But yeah. So I took a very long break personally from making content that I think I've wanted to make, and that stems from numerous of things that I will go over. The main thing being I never had a real sense of self until I believe like late last year, and more I've been growing with myself. And I think that ever since I started this page, since I was in high school, I wanted to just be famous and be known and be seen by others. I think that's not really me anymore. That's not my thing. I'm really more itching towards creating things. My first real popular video was me being extremely ignorant at a young age, making a cooking video that didn't go well at all. And that's got me most notarized in my time in high school. But outside of that, I didn't really do things that I thought would get me further than what it did. I would make videos on my art, videos on my thoughts, videos on gaming. It didn't really hit the same like I thought it would. I then, years upon years later, decided to drop a slight animation video that I was gassing up for the last couple years called The Fallen, which I'll get to that as well in a second. But strictly, I want to talk about me for a second. I think I finally found my footing. I've been lost for so long, as the greats have been on YouTube, and now we have more greats on YouTube who essentially are basically directing everything that we've got going on. You have legacy, how I like to call them, legacy content creators such as PewDiePie, Markiplier. You have DashEXP, my main inspiration when I was a child. And then you have Corey X Kenshin, someone I stumbled across later down the line, but still a legacy character to the game. And I think that overall, I'm in a place now where I don't have to, per se, be like others. I've really started to come into my own by being myself, and I owe that really to God above all else, because without Jesus in my life now, I think I wouldn't be where I am. And I say that very strongly, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I feel as though that in my life I've had a lot of unconstants, but God has become one of my main constants. And I can see that because he is above all in the grand scheme of everything. And that's not for me to sound narcissistic or any way, but I wouldn't be who I am now without God. I was in college for 5 years getting my bachelor's. Yeah, that's a whole thing. Graduated last Thursday, or this Thursday. Whenever I upload this, you know, I'm not really strict with my upload schedule. But I think that I've learned really now in full hindsight, which is why it doesn't hurt me as bad, is I was so thirsty for I was so thirsty for notoriety and to be known. I thought that would be what made me whole, and it's not. I have friends, I have no girlfriend, no wife, none of that. I literally just graduated college. Could you imagine? That's not to, talk about anybody else, but that's just not me right now. I'm looking for a girlfriend, if that like stimulates anybody's brain cells in any sort of way, but that's not my main focus right now. My main focus is creating content that I think will benefit not just me, but younger generations, as well as stimulate the thought provokingness and create a safe space that expresses who I am truly. Because I feel like that's what we lack in content now. People are so afraid to be themselves. And I would rather someone be themselves and not liked by anyone than those who don't and create this persona. And I think the JTube persona that I've given all these years up until this point has been something that's been a byproduct of numerous personas mixed into one. And I think I'm tired of that. I don't think I am tired of that. That's my growth from this point. I am tired of being something I'm not overall. It's not in me to be that way anymore, to be overtly vulgar just for the sake of it. I struggle with my cursing, like actively. If there's one thing I'll give Corey Kenshin, that man, that man right there, he got it done. He got it down packed, you know. I'm trying my hardest. Sometimes I'll slip, and I'm only human. I'm not perfect, you know. I'll say I'll do something and I don't do it, and that makes me personally feel like I'm not standing on my word, or as we say now, standing on business. But I'm in an era right now where I'm kind of free from all the weight that school put on me, and I'm kind of glad about that. I was partying recently, and I don't remember his name, but he knows who he is. We had a very enlightening conversation when I took a break from dancing this weekend, and it really put some things into perspectives. I saw a friend that I haven't seen in a long time, you know, and that also put some things into perspective for me. I really do want to change everything that's going on. Like, my channel really doesn't have a firm footing, and I'm kind of glad it doesn't, because I'm in a place right now where my social media is limited. I'm really only on Instagram. I don't really do much on these other sites anymore. I quit Twitter a long time ago. Just recently, I think about a month and some change, got off of TikTok. I thought I could make it beneficial for me, but it's not. But overall, I'll say this. I am a proud Christian man, no matter where that goes, however anyone wants to take that. I'm sorry if that offends you, but I'm a proud Christian man. I'm in a place where I don't need to be like anybody else other than myself. I know what my goals in life are. I know now what I want to do. And what I want to do is create, because that is literally the vessel and ability that I know God gave me. And I've tried to treat this creation ability of my own, or this gift that God has given me, as something, as a means to be lucrative, when in reality that's not going to benefit me in the long run. Money is temporary. It has always been temporary. And if we stop looking at it as a constant and more as something that just holds temporary value, then what truly can you create of your own need and wants? And I think putting your needs above your wants is the best thing you can do in situations like my own, where I have all this creativity, but I don't know what I want to do. So instead of me having a need, I'm always surrounded by, what do I want to do? And wants aren't really in the question for me right now, because me wanting to do something can easily change. So all that to say that I think right now what I need to do is get my life further on track. I definitely did just like graduate college. That's a milestone that I wanted to quit so bad, because college is, that's a topic for another day. We're not going to get into that right now. Yeah, I think I want nothing really right now that can really satisfy me fully. I think what I need is to get my life fully in a place of full-on understanding of what's capable. And I know what I'm capable of now that I have the time. So I'm gonna start changing the way I do things on this channel and on my overall social medias, because I know what I want to do. I feel as though that all of my talents were used in a selfish gain for me to just get the one thing that I was lacking in myself, which is attention. And I feel like most people have that issue, but for me personally, the attention I wanted was supposed to make me feel whole, and that's not really what's making me feel whole. God himself is making me feel whole now, and I know that with that wholeness that I'm currently feeling, but not just feeling, striving for to maintain, what I need to do is create with a purpose other than to be noticed. And with that comes me understanding now what I want truly. It's funny how the need turns into a want now instead of a necessity. It's a desire, and desires are pretty dangerous, but humor me for a second. Excuse me. I want to create content that mirrors myself. Now, I'm going to let it be known that I, like I said before, am a Christian man, and I want my content to somewhat have an echo of that feeling on how I think you should feel based on how I'm learning in the Bible and all the good stuff of the word of the Lord. But also, I want it to feel like a place where people, even if you feel like you're an outcast, you have a safe haven. Because I feel like in the world, we're starting to essentially welcome the outcasts, but only because it's becoming popular. But I don't seek popularity as much as people think. I get likes on Instagram and I'm like, ooh, that's nice, but they're just likes. I'm glad that you like the content, and that's not to sound like I'm ungrateful for it. I am grateful. It's just, I crave the ability for people to have a home and feel like they have a home somewhere, no matter how much they like my stuff, how much they feel as though if I were a streamer, you'd have to donate. I don't really care for donations. You can always donate if you want. That's your choice, player. That's your choice. I ain't a strive for paying my bills type of thing. Even if I was a streamer, I'd still have a real job. That's so disrespectful. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that. Streamers do have real jobs. They do. I know somebody, some way, somehow, if this ever gets out, is gonna clip that and be like, he said they don't have real jobs. He's a hater. He's a hypocrite. We're all hypocrites. No. I feel as though that in this time frame of my life, I want to be a content creator, but that content has to be something that echoes me. And as much as it is important that y'all like it, I have to like it because it's an echo of me, and I want to echo myself the proper way instead of just doing things for monetary value and making sure that I'm well perceived by others. Because I've learned that people's opinions change on anything almost every day, no matter what they say. And I think this is my first step by rebranding this entirety of myself. The JTube name really hasn't been used as much as I wanted to, and that's because I never really knew who JTube was. But now I do know who JTube is. JTube, better known as Jordan, is a college graduate who found his way after being lost for so long, after so many losses, after so many rejections, after so many failures. He's finally found his way, knowing that even if there are more of the negative aspects on the way, there will still be the positive. So let's not just focus on the negative. Being super critical of himself, he will not essentially overwork himself to the point where things aren't fun anymore, because that's really what it's all about to me, fun, while also leaving a message behind that people can get behind, as well as creating a safe space that we really don't have like people used to have, where everyone bullies everyone on the internet, whether you like it or not, or acknowledge it or not. It's the truth. I think that should be well noticed. So this is my promise, and what I'm basically saying in this promise is what will be done on this channel from now on. And not just this channel, my social media and branding purposes. From here on out, I am going to make content that is influenced by my faith, which is Christianity. And not just that, it will be content that mirrors my creativity. And what I mean by that is there will be projects that I make on this channel, but I don't want you to think that this is a full-on Christian channel. That's not, I don't think, what God has me on this planet to fully do. And I don't want to, I'm not going to say scare people off, because that's already going to scare people off, which is fine. My content will not be for everyone. I myself am not for everyone. I just want people to feel like they're in a safe place with a child of God. So I'm going to start voice acting very, very soon, actually. That's been something I've been wanting to do for a while. Whether I'm good at it or not, it's something I'm going to try. I'm still going to make music, but my music won't be geared towards worldly things. And if you really want to know more about that, I can go slightly into detail, where I won't be making music about quote unquote the women, the money, the luxury, all of that. It's not really my type of thing anymore. I'm past that era in my life, and I'm glad I'm past it, because it did nothing for me but drown me in a deeper pit. So if that's not your style of music, or if that's not the thing you care about, then sorry to tell you, that's not who I am. I'm probably going to make more music that is non-secular. And if you don't know what that means, I'm sorry. Search it up. Respectfully, of course, not to get on anybody. But also, if I do make secular music, it'll probably be anime music. Yeah, I'm kind of that type of person. I also like to make music that is thought-provoking, in the sense where you don't have the same mindset as others. And you can feel like it's okay to think outside your box. And that's perfectly fine. Trust me, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, there's that. I'm going to start live streaming once I get everything in order in life. And there will be, every live stream that I do will be a prayer when this live stream starts and a prayer when the live stream is about to end. You are always welcome to join that. If not, I won't force you. That's okay. I just want people to understand I'm not fully I'm not a perfect Christian, and no one is. If anyone ever models themselves to you as a perfect Christian, they are a liar, essentially. And I'm working on a lot of stuff within myself. And I will definitely be documenting my trips that I take. I'll be working on a different setup. I work with a laptop right now. Y'all think I'm out here doing stuff for real, for real? Nah, son. I got a whole laptop, and this baby boy right here about to be gone, because he is on his last days. I can feel it. I can feel it in my soul that boy is about to be cooked. But when I get the PC, I think everything will work out. I have some productional things that I want to release on this channel, and there will still be gaming, of course, but production wise, as I create more and more, I'm releasing something hopefully this year, no promises of course, named J10, which is my take on a character within the Omniverse who got the Omnitrix instead of Ben. And hopefully, if that entices you to want to learn more, you'll stick around for when the time comes. But there's also other things, like I want to do a detective series with my art as well. And I want to do some investigational type stuff that I think would be very fun for people to be a part of. I want to build a community of people who want to feel safe, want to have fun, not feel like they're forced to be someone they're not, in a society where I know everybody feels like they have to be this thing where you don't. The most attractive thing to a person is being yourself, whether you like it or not. And I want to do that in a sense of a more positive and productive way, because I don't think people realize in our society how much things have really changed and how much things are really accepted that I'm not going to say shouldn't be accepted, but really drag you away from a higher calling within yourself. And I want people to feel safe overall, because I didn't have that growing up. Everybody, Lord knows I was bullied a lot for being who I was, and I don't think that benefited me in the way that I thought it did. But I'll say this though, essentially, don't be scared to slide through, because JTube ain't going nowhere. We still gonna do some cooking vids. We still gonna do some skits. We gonna do a bunch of stuff. This channel is rebranding for the better, because there's a goal in life now. There's we got plans now. We're not just out here doing things. We doing things with a higher purpose. You feel me? I don't know if this is gonna get uploaded today. Like if it gets uploaded today, trust and believe, you'll understand this is a raw, unedited clip type thing. So if I said something that's crazy, I apologize in advance, because I'm still working on myself and trying to not be toxic. Well, I've got the toxicity thing down packed, but the vulgarity, I understand that. The vulgarity is what I'm really working on. But yeah, welcome to JTube Studios, where essentially we dibble and dabble in the dibble dabbles. Yeah, that's not our slogan. I don't have a slogan, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, so I'm glad you guys stuck around this long if you did. Essentially, I hope you enjoy what is to come and what is to begin, because we start the new era now. As one story closes, the story must still continue in another chapter. Y'all have a good one. I'ma see you when I see you. Hopefully this year. Who knows? I'll be doing stuff. Y'all don't know what I'll be out here doing. I could be out here running down the street right now. Y'all don't even know it's JTube. Crazy stuff. But a lot of anime stuff coming, a lot of Christian oriented vibes coming. If you're not with that, sorry to tell you, that's just who I am. But I am also welcoming. I ain't gonna shame you for being here. Who am I to do that? I'm just as much as a sinner as the next person. Yeah, but welcome to the studio. Stick around. We got some stuff coming. Boy cooking up in the lab. I'ma see ya.